The Austincast. Hi, welcome to the Austincast, episode 4. This will be my first episode with a guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I am the guest. I am Brooke, and I'm the guest on the Austincast for today.
She, previously known on the show for requesting the Trolls review.
Yes, I love trolls.
Would you like to say what you've brought to the recording of this very professional podcast?
So, this is actually a present for you. Yes, really. It is a Trolls World Tour Lego set. It is the Lonesome Flats Raft Adventure Lego set, ID number 41253 for any hardcore Trolls and Lego fans out there who want to build along with us. But, yeah, I brought this because I love Trolls and you love Legos, and I thought, when worlds collide, you know. So here it is. There was, like, a really cool, like, pop, like the, I don't know what it's called, I forget, but, like, the Pop Island, like, it was, like a huge, like, $60 set, and I was like, I really wish I could buy this, but that financially. So, you know, as everyone would like to know, this, it comes with Poppy, Branch, and Hickory, which, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but Hickory, I was devastated. You know what, I'm just gonna say it. So, have you seen it?
No.
Okay. So, do you care if I spoil it for you?
No, not really.
Okay. So, the whole thing is like, hey, Dobby, I need you to not do that. Dobby's trying to eat my brand new shark backpack. Knock it off.
Dobby.
So, the whole thing is like, Queen Barb is trying to get all the strings, all the different kind of music strings, so that way
so
she
I was
can...
right.
Yes,
That is her plan.
it is basically like the Infinity Stones, in the sense that she's collecting all of them so that way she can just, like, completely wipe out all the rest of the music. So that way every troll is a rock troll. And so there, Poppy and Branch are trying to go, like, meet up with Queen Barb and, like, prevent her from doing this and blah, blah, blah. And so they go to Lonesome Flats, which is, like, the country music world. And so they go there, and it's actually, what's her name? Oh my god. No, it's not. Is it Carrie Underwood? No. Who is she?
The country musician Carrie
Yes.
Underwood? Yeah, that's a country musician at least.
It's not her though. I forget. Oh my god, my mom's gonna kill me. We watch her.
Oh, wow.
We watched her. I'm so sorry. This is literally horrible, horrible podcast setup right now. I don't know my facts.
Oh, he's like a little centaur man.
Oh my god, it's Kelly Clarkson.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, dear Kelly Clarkson. I am so sorry. So I forgot what I was talking about, but they go to the Dobby. Stop it. See, now I have to confiscate it because you can't behave yourself. I don't like yelling at her. I really don't. I'm so sorry. So, Poppy and Branch go to Lonesome Flats to try and, you know, help warn the country trolls that, like, Queen Barb is coming to steal their music. And they run into Kelly Clarkson, who is, like, the first country troll they see. And Kelly Clarkson sings, like, a very stereotypical, classic, sad country song. And so Poppy and Branch are like, oh my god, like, their music's so sad. They, like, literally don't know that music is supposed to make you happy. And so then Poppy, Branch, and Biggie do, which he's
Biggie?
not, yeah, he's not in this set. I'll show you a picture of Biggie.
Is he inspired off the famous rapper, the Notorious B.I.G.?
I have no idea. But this is Biggie.
Oh, I remember that one, okay.
So they're like, oh my god, like, these trolls, their music is so sad, so they do, like, a whole medley of, like, classic, like, pop songs. Oh, Dobby.
Dobby,
calm down. I know you're excited about the trolls, like, world, but you need to take a deep breath. So they do a whole medley of pop songs, and all the country trolls are like, what the? Can I say swear words?
I think so.
I don't want to get you demonetized.
No one, you watch this. You're like the only person who watches this. You, Asher, Some other of my friends.
So basically, they do a pop medley. They sing some Snoop Dogg, some I think Kesha too, Opum Gangnam Style. They do that,
Ooh.
of course, because that's And so Kelly Clarkson and all the rest of the trolls are like, that was trash, and they literally put them in jail. So they put the pop trolls in jail because they're so bad at singing music, and then this guy Hickory, he busted them out of jail, and I love his song. I don't know the musician's name, but he sings "Drunk on a Plane" and like some other like well-known country songs. So that's actually him, and so he has a really cool song that he sings while they're like running away from like Lonesome Flats and stuff, and so it's really cool. But so basically, there's so much like I could just explain the whole movie to you right now. But basically, he helps them escape on a raft or whatever, and you find out that he actually isn't a country troll. Very like because the country trolls look like horses, so you won't get this if you don't know that the country trolls have 4 legs like horses. They look like little centaur people. So Poppy reveals that she actually has pop music, like she has that string, and that's what Queen Barb is after. It's all the music strings, because when she has all of them, she can put them all on her guitar and change the entire world to rock music. So Queen Poppy is like, actually, no, I have this string here to keep it safe. And Hickory is like, oh, I wish you hadn't said that. Turns out that this backstabbing motherfucker, Hickory, was actually a yodel troll, who Queen Barb hired, like, as an assassin, to go and find Queen Poppy and steal her string, of, like, the music string. So Hickory is like, I really wish you hadn't shown me that. All of a sudden, his back 2 legs pop off. There's another troll. It's 2 trolls. So they turns out they're yodel trolls, and it's backstabbing, and I just hate it so much because I loved his character, I loved his songs, and then it turns out he's a big jerk. But so basically, what we have in this Trolls Lego set, because if you can believe it or not, that's what we're still talking about, is you have the jail that they get locked in, you have the little DJ soundboard type situation that they use to sing to the country trolls, and then you have the raft that they use to escape. So yeah. So I didn't know like if you wanted to build it while we were on the podcast, or if you just want to have this, but I don't know.
We can build it on the thing.
Okay, we can build it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But so I unironically love Trolls. Love Trolls a lot. I think the second movie was probably, in the term of like, in the sense of world building, second movie, phenomenal. All the characters were great, except I didn't like Queen Poppy, because in the first movie, she is, like, portrayed as this amazing listener and, like, best friend, and, like, she literally, like, goes out of her way to help all her friends, and then in this movie, she, like, doesn't listen to her friends at all, she breaks her promises, like, it's just a complete 180, like, all of a sudden, she's just a completely different character. And so I didn't like that, and then I also didn't like that during this...
I can open it if you want.
Yeah.
I got a lot of experience.
I'm sorry.
I should use a knife, but...
I also didn't like that during this movie, Branch was just trying to tell Poppy that he loved her the whole movie, but, like, he already told her that in the last movie.
Oh, so it's like the Rise of Skywalker.
It's just, like, all the other characters were, like, phenomenal. Like, I love the movie. I just wish that the Poppy and Branch characters had been written a little bit better, because, like, they were kind of going through the same character development that they already went through in the first movie. So, like, you know.
What do, those, what were they? The bigger goblinoid things.
Oh my god, the Gurgons!
Oh, the Gurgons.
From the very first movie. So, in the first movie, it's just the pop trolls. Like, you don't even know that the rest of the world exists. And so, in the first movie, it's the Gurglins, like, they eat trolls. And so they're, like, the bad guys and whatever. And so, in the beginning of the first movie, Poppy is, like, throwing the biggest party ever. And, like, everyone goes, Poppy, no! Like, the Gurgons are gonna find us! Here, do you wanna, like, stop? Do you wanna open those up? So that way it's not, like, plastic. And then you can just Dear Austin in the future, edit out this part where we play with plastic, because plastic isn't fun to listen to.
I'm sorry, future Brooke.
You're not gonna edit it out?
I don't know how to edit.
Oh my god! Never
Well,
mind.
I know how to do very basic.
I take it back.
Take the clips out.
I'm gonna leave the small pieces.
This is like, it's like 10:05. We'll skip like a minute. Oh, that's an interesting piece. So are the Glorgans, right?
The Gurgans, yeah.
Gurgans?
They're not in this movie until the very end. They make a little cameo, which I thought was cute. I kind of wish they had, like, addressed it more, but whatever. You can only ask for so much, you know?
Yeah, remember, it's gonna sound mean, but
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
remember the Queen Gurgan?
Yes! Well, which one? The chef one? Or,
no,
the one that they...
The one that was, like, the Cinderella type character.
Yes.
I worked with a girl at Edaville that looked a lot like her.
Oh my god. That's not nice.
I'm not trying to be mean, but she did. There was a genuine resemblance.
So the first step in this kit is to assemble Queen Poppy. Because apparently she does not come put together. She's literally decapitated. Where are her legs?
Her skirt right here.
So yeah, I love the Trolls movies.
Top movie of 2020.
Honestly, and not just because the rest of the movies that were supposed to come out in 2020 refused to come out. I think Trolls is a very good movie. I think it's got a very good message to the kids, especially for someone as young and as influential as Dobby. Is that a word? Influence? Dobby is easily influenced, and so I think it's good that we get a good role model out there for her. There we go. That's her body.
Can't wait till the Oscars. This might be the only year I watch the Oscars.
Really?
Yeah. Just the hairbrush.
No, Austin. Obviously, her hairbrush goes inside the top of her head.
What, is that in the movie or something?
No, it's not. I have no idea. Legitimately, in the instructions, it says to assemble the Poppy doll and then to put the hairbrush, on top of her head.
They have a little cupcake on her hair on the box.
It makes no sense to me. But
yeah, and then she doesn't have anything on her hair there. Or there.
Well,
Why do they want you to put the hairbrush
I don't
on her
know,
hair?
the hairbrush. Oh, Dobby, be careful.
Oh yeah, Dobby likes,
We get to, assemble a little marshmallow now. Dobby! Oh my
geez.
god, Dobby! Dobby, no! Dobby! Dobby, stop, we need that! Dobby, you rascal.
Oh, I got this.
Okay. I will pick the rest of it up after I assemble the marshmallow. Here's one marshmallow. Oh, hey. Yeah, Dobby!
Oh, no, Dobby, no!
Hey!
Sorry.
No, it's okay!
I was saying sorry to the thing.
Oh my god! So for those of you who are listening and not viewing, Dobby did just dive bomb into a bag of Legos. Dobby, you are a troublemaker. See, I bought this thinking it'd be a fun thing to do on the podcast, and now I've completely derailed and destroyed this entire podcast. I'm not going to be invited back. So if any Brooke fans are out there, this is all you're going to get.
Technically, Dobby derailed and destroyed the podcast.
Anyways, we made the marshmallows.
She literally did dive into it.
She did! Which was cute, except for, I don't want her to eat plastic. Oh, this is one. Dobby.
It's like Jaws.
If you just want the plastic bag, that's totally fine.
See, that's the thing is... Okay, now she wants to play with it. Is this what I usually do? Is I'll throw the plastic bags?
We need this.
It's one, right?
Yes.
There it is.
You can play with my backpack if that's going to stop you from playing with the Legos. Now we got-
Luckily, she doesn't try to eat them. She just,
That's good.
like, plays,
I was concerned
hockey with them.
when she jumped into the bag that she was going to snap on them. Now we need some green bricks. Dobby was playing with one of these earlier. Now we need the red ladders. This is so much fun. For any of you who are building this set along with us, we are on step 6, which is to add the strange semi-penis looking things to the side.
Oh. Joints. There is one Lego piece that looks like a penis. It's like a weird,
I think they all look like penises if you try hard enough.
I suppose so.
And then step 7 is to add 4 gray pieces. They are small gray pieces with 2 dots on it. It might be these right here.
Oh,
There you go, sir. This Lego set is not going to stand out at all in your collection. This very pastel, bright, happy Trolls-themed Lego set is going to fit right next to the Star Wars and the...
I'll put the boat coming out of the gates.
Now we need 4 pink pieces. They gotta be flat. We're on step 8. And so you're gonna want to take these pink pieces and you're gonna place them on top of the gray pieces that we just set down. So the ones that are next to the dark gray pieces and the red ladders. That is step 8 for all of you building along at home. Now step 9, we're gonna take, how would you describe this? It's like
A column piece.
a column. It's a tannish grayish column piece. We're going to set that at the tip of the boat. And now you can take all the fun little pieces, the little hearts and the sunglasses and the flowers, and those are going to go inside the orange compartment that we built earlier. It doesn't say to put cupcakes in there, but it does say to put this one in there.
Oh, I thought that was a mustache for a second. I was like, can you give the troll a mustache?
No, they're sunglasses. Okay. If you want plastic, go on the ground. I think there's plastic on the ground. Oh, don't fight me, ma'am. The attitude is ridiculous in this household. I'm sorry, I don't mean to throw your cat around like that. I'm not abusing Dobby, I don't think. Would you classify that as abuse?
No comment.
Oh, my career as a zoologist has ended before it started. Dobby, there's plastic over here for you.
These.
So in order to assemble the cupcakes, you need to take the toppings and put them onto the cupcake bottom pieces.
That's weird. They want you to put them in there, but you can't put them up against either of the walls.
They've thought about this very hard.
On Lego. I thought the Danish were supposed to be smart.
I don't know if they're...
Let's put them in the little compartment for now.
Okay. Yeah, they don't fit. It's fine.
Did I actually find this open?
No, it's closed.
Okay.
So we made a couple cupcakes. They said to make one pink, brown, and blue, but I made 2 pink and 1 blue because the brown looks like poop.
Gave me an idea.
Don't put poop in. Oh my god. So for those of you who are listening and not watching, Austin has put the brown cupcake topping into Poppy's hand and is making her eat poop.
Nom, 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 nom.
You can play with it, but don't put it underneath the chair. Oh, it is open. Oh, crap. Oh, Dobby, look what you've done.
Dobby.
Dobby, I can't believe you've done this. Now we need... Hey, stop it. That was a fun looking
a little
jump.
hot.
Yeah. That's gonna go there.
probably just keep this.
Okay. Now we need
side.
a tall tannish piece, and you're gonna take one of those weird. It looks like if you were to take an L and then put Lego bits
I know
on
what
it.
it is. It's right here. You know, each Lego piece has its own specific name and number.
And I do not care enough to look them up or memorize them or
Neither
say
do
them.
I.
Okay.
I have my own names for them.
And now you're going to put the flower on the gray piece. And then that's going to go on the top of the boat like a little propeller. So cute. For those who are building along at home, we are on step 13. You're going to take a large, long tan piece, and you're going to stick it on top of the green pieces. And then you're going to take a weird looking white piece. It kind of looks like a nose, but not really. And then you're just going to stick that on the column. Thank you, Dobby, for stepping on my feet. Now, step 14, we're going to take the large green piece and slab it right on top of... There we go. Perfect.
Little Dobby hair on there.
And then step 15 is we're going to take a long green piece and we're going to stick it on top of the other green piece. And then step 16 is we're going to take some pinks and some blues, some little flat boys, right here. And we're going to put those on the edges. Literally beautiful. So cute. Oh my gosh. Step 17 is you're going to take two white triangles and you're going to put them next to the flat ones that we just put down. If you're trying to build this just off of the podcast, I strongly suggest you do not do that and you look at the instruction manual. Step 18 is fun. We're going to make the steering wheel.
Okay, just like, this is the piece they use for R2-D2's leg.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're going to take the R2-D2 leg and you're going to stab the steering wheel in there, and then you're going to put it on the green piece. Perfect.
You make a really funky looking R2 with this.
And now we're going to finish it off by putting one more green piece, the big one, and then step 20 is we're going to put some more flat pieces, this time a different color blue and a purple, which that makes me kind of upset because why couldn't they keep the same color blue together?
Yeah, it's different shades.
It'd be different if it was like a purple and like a different color, but that upsets me. Anyways, now we're going to take a flat one with a circle in it, and a blue funky one, and a purple funky one. Do we have those?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Poppy!
Oh god, they killed her.
See, they made those match, but they couldn't make... Oh, sorry, wrong side.
Here.
And now we're going to make some purple ice cream, and we're going to slab that just in the middle of... Huh? That's not even in the middle! Dobby's back, but she's just playing with some empty plastic right now, so it's okay. Step 2 is we're going to take a little X and put it on that brown... sorry, it is a brown X that we're putting on the gray hole-looking one. Oh, now we're going to make the fire by taking the obviously fire-looking ones. And so apparently that brown piece, that's actually a campfire. On their boat, because on their wooden boat, it is... That's smart. Oh, this is fun. Now, we're going to take the... Robbie, please don't hurt me. The little plastic parts, and we're going to just pop them out. Fun. And we're going to stick them into the little penis ones. And then it says to put it up.
Straight up?
Like that.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to take the other one and put that one on top of it.
Good thing Lego didn't put the fire there.
Yeah, because then the ship would catch fire and burn down.
The deleted scene intros?
Yes. It makes me so sad because I've only seen this movie once. But my mom said she might buy it for my birthday, so I'm very excited. Oh my god, and we finished the first set! I'm so excited. That took us like less than 20 minutes. Okay. And we've got all these fun, obnoxious little things. And what is that? This never came into play.
I think it's for like the other part of the set.
Dobby, those are not. No. Dobby, I need you to not do that. And I need you to not bite me too.
Come here, Dobby, my little Dobby.
Okay.
If you want, we can hold off on doing the other part of the set.
If you want to, I don't care. We can do whatever you want. Dobby! I'm gonna arrest you. Come here.
I think we should probably wait
My
till Dobby calms
goddaughter.
down a little bit.
You beautiful angel. Hey, can you look at me for a second and just take a deep breath? Okay.
Put these pictures in a safe place. What would you do if I just like swallowed this hand?
I would scream at you like I screamed, like I'd be more upset at you. If Dobby had swallowed it, I'd be like, well, you know, she's just doing what she needs to do. But if you swallowed the Lego pieces that I just bought for you, I'd be like, hey, wait a minute. I'd be like, I know I did buy them
Oh, you
for
think
you.
I built these? Oh, no, you got me mistaken. I eat
Oh,
these.
wrong. These are a fun little snack.
They're a fun little snack. They're Danish treats. Lego is a company from Denmark. That's why I keep bringing up Denmark and stuff. Right.
So that was fun. Thank you guys for listening to us build that Lego set. I know it was very chaotic, but Dobby brought in the chaotic energy, not me. I brought nothing but good vibes, I think. What do you have to say about it? Huh?
There was a story I wanted to tell you that I thought of while we were building.
Was it about trolls?
No, I think it was about something happened at a store.
Well, I bought this at Target. Not sponsored, but I did buy it at Target.
Which is where I work today. Spent 14 grueling hours in the aisles. Not really, I was there for like 7 hours.
Still too many.
Too many hours.
Shouldn't there be another book?
Yeah, wasn't there another book?
There should be.
Oh, I think that is the second one.
No, but there should be 3.
Oh, I think the second one combines the bags 2 and 3. To be honest, I don't know why they did 2 different booklets, because the set isn't like big. Or like that
Whatever. You know what? It's fine. Yeah, they definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, everybody. We figured it out.
Sad. Imagine putting little minifigures on this and then sending it down the river. Someone's going hiking and they just see this like just floating on by.
If I was on a hike and I saw a little Trolls Lego set float by me, I would dive into the rushing water to save it. Even if it was like I would absolutely die, I would still jump in there just to hold on to it for a second. Knowing full well I could just drive to Target and buy a set for myself.
But why buy it when you can get it for free?
That's what I'm saying.
Stop me trying to jump over. despite the. Oh, we'll hear it also. I think she did it because my mom came to the top of the stairs. This is gonna be fucking more fun podcast.
Anyways, you didn't stop recording!
No.
And you don't know how to edit!
No.
I'm so sorry to the listeners.
I haven't figured out how to, like, take out a certain part of it. Like, how to, like, take out, like, a section of it in the middle.
Well, we'll figure it out. That'll be mission for today. Because I have so much experience with all of this stuff.
Oh, you do?
No, not at all.
Oh.
That was a joke.
Excited.
But yeah, so we built a little bit of the Trolls piece.
Oh my god, okay, so do you want to hear my, my fucking senile moment I had today?
Yes.
So, I was walking through the Target, and, like, on one of the little, like, shelves by the registers, they had this, like, little poster thing for the Scoob movie, and I saw it, and I saw, like, the characters, and I was like, oh, is that for Toy Story 4?
I hate you.
No, I legitimately, like, I didn't
Oh
see,
my
like, because the main
God.
gang was at the bottom, and at the
Right.
top it was, like, the characters they introduced in the movie. Like,
Oh,
there's,
okay.
like, superhero characters. And I looked at it,
Oh, okay,
and I
yeah.
have no clue why I thought that was Toy Story 4. I was like, and then I realized it, I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, holy shit. I felt so stupid. Thank God.
I would feel stupid too if I made a mistake like that. But hey, if I was that stupid, I would also feel stupid.
Is that Toy Story 4?
Whoa! I gotta get this man's tail.
Oh, hell.
Oh, I dropped Hickory. I wish I cared enough to.
Darn.
I do love. See, I love Hickory, but then his name isn't even Hickory, so it's like.
What's his yodel name?
I don't know. I was when that happened in the movie, I was literally so pissed that I stopped watching it for like 3 seconds. I didn't pause it or anything. I just literally was like, "No, are you kidding me?"
Do you want to hear, like, the one time that wasn't a Tourette's incident that I yelled out in a movie theater?
Yes.
So I went to go see The Meg, which came out a couple of, like, summers ago.
Oh, I wanted to see that so bad, and I never did.
And there's, like, in the movie, there's, like, this little Chihuahua type dog, or
Yeah.
I think it's a Shih Tzu, actually. And, like, you think the Meg ate it.
Right.
And then at the end, and I always hate in movies when, like, the dog comes back at the end. So I'm just like, have some balls and kill off the dog.
Yeah.
It's a horror movie. Do something horrifying. But, so that happened. And then they brought, it's like the very end, and you see this little Shih Tzu they haven't seen for like 40 minutes just start swimming towards the beach. And I yelled out, fuck you. Like, I was so annoyed, I actually verbally yelled out, fuck you.
I'm sure tons of people were agreeing with you, though.
I felt bad afterwards, too, because I wasn't, like, trying to be a dick or anything,
Right.
but just I had a verbal reaction to that.
You just... I understand.
Yeah, and the first time I ever yelled out in a movie theater was the first time I ever had, like, a verbal tick.
Mhm.
And I yelled, bitch. And, one of the flagship employees came up to me and he's like, if you yell again, I'm gonna kick you out.
And you're like, oh.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, I said, I'm sorry I have Tourette's, but it's like, who's gonna fucking believe that?
Yeah.
I was like 13 at the time, too. But it was just very embarrassed. I was like, I promise you, that was a medical thing.
I had a woman come up to me, like, at work, and, like, she was coming up to pay, and she had Tourette's, and she was, like, it was, like, really bad, like, she kept saying, like, bitch, fuck, like, it was, like, over and over and over again, and, like, she was like, I'm so sorry, and then she kept swearing at me, and, like, I didn't realize that she had Tourette's, I just thought she was calling me a bitch over and over again, and so I was just like, oh, no, it's okay, I'm sorry, here you go, I'm sorry, like, I was, like, apologizing over and over again, and I felt bad, because then they left, and one of the waitresses I work with was like, like, she said something along the lines of like, it wasn't like I feel so bad for her, but it was more along the lines of like, that's really like, brave of her to come out and like go get breakfast and stuff, like when like, you know, whatever. And I was like, oh, she had Tourette's, she wasn't calling me a bitch. And I felt, not to make the story about me, but I was like, well, it is my story, but I don't have Tourette's. I don't know. Sometimes I say things, Austin, and I don't. Hi, Dobby.
It's funny, because whenever I tell people I have Tourette's,
Mhm.
every single time, they don't believe me at first. Like, they think I'm joking, and I'm like, no,
You're
I'm
like,
being
"No,
serious. I guess it doesn't
true."
help that I always say things very seriously when I'm
Mhm.
joking, but
Yeah, sometimes you'll say something, and I'm like, ha, that was a funny Austin joke, and then you're like, no. I'm like, oh. I'm also just very not good at social
no,
cues and interactions, anyways.
nobody, like,
So,
it's so rare, like, there's, like, 2 people that always know when I'm joking. It's so, and, like, everyone else is just kind of like, they just go along with it, they
they're just
don't
like,
know which I
ah.
am, which I love and hate at the same time.
I just don't want to be mean. Because sometimes I'm like, that was really funny, I think. Unless he's being 100% serious, in which case I cannot laugh.
But that's why, like, whenever I talk about something serious, I go out of my way to make sure people know. Because there's been times where I've said something serious,
And someone
then,
laughs.
yeah, it happens all the time. Like, whenever, like, I don't go on, like, a 5-minute, like, thing, like, okay, I'm serious, this isn't a joke, like, every time. It's so annoying. I mean, I'm not mad at them, but
Yeah. But still, it's like,
it's just embarrassing, and I never correct them. Ever.
yeah, I don't remember them having ice cream. They have, like, there is a scene in Trolls where they do go, like, on an acid trip.
Take actual acid?
Dobby, we
Sink the
worked
boat.
really hard to make that. Oh, Dobby, that's fire! Oh my god.
Oh, here, we can put that in the box.
Stop stepping on it. Oh, Dobby. Always trying to get in our way. You can collect all the Trolls characters.
You know who made Lego Angry Bird sets?
Yes, I remember seeing those in
Oh, you
Target. I remember... Because I didn't remember, like, seeing the Angry Birds, but I remember seeing, like, you know the green pigs?
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing those and being like, what?
You know what's funny? Have you seen either of the Angry Birds movies?
Nope, I refuse to.
I really like both of them.
Really?
Yeah, like, they're both pretty good. There's, like, they're not perfect, and there's stuff in it that's kind of, like, annoying, and, like, ugh.
It's like a kid's movie, but, like...
No, Angry Birds is an R-rated film series.
He killed Hickory!
Well, I guess he got what he got coming.
I mean, that's true. We do have to hate him. But I love him so much. So sorry.
So, yeah, like, well, when I watched the second one, that was after my first 11-hour shift. And I mean, it's technically not a shift, it's just how long I worked. But, so I was delirious. Like, I was out of it. So it was me and Dobby in the living room. And I had it on. And I just kept, like, just hysterically
Crying.
laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was legitimately funny, but there was only, like, 2 jokes that normally I would like, actually laugh. But there was, like, one scene where I think, they did a joke about one, bird that had big abs, and I just kept laughing and laughing and laughing for, like, 5 minutes.
For me, a movie is only funny if, like, I'm with other people. Like, it's, like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, I'll watch a movie by myself and, like, that's funny, but I won't laugh, like, out loud or, like, have any, like, physical reaction unless I'm, like, watching a movie with someone. And so it depends, like, if I'm watching a movie with my mom and, like, it's funny, like, I'll be like, oh my god, that was so funny. But if I'm watching a movie, like, with Brad, I'm, like, I will cry. And it doesn't make sense.
So, I'm only like that with, like, the So Bad It's Good movies.
Yeah.
Like, I need to watch those with somebody else, and there's no one that wants to watch those
I'll
with me.
watch them. I love trashy movies.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I've got, like, a whole collection that I want to watch, and then there's a shit ton on Amazon Prime. But, so I usually get bored and just turn those off halfway through. But, like, with regular movies or movies I enjoy, I'll still laugh. Like, the fucking Cat in the Hat movie.
That one's good.
Every time I watch
really
that,
good.
I laugh out loud. I lol, as the kids say.
When you lol.
When you lol. Like, if I find something very legitimately funny, I'll laugh out loud by myself. Or if, like, I'm having a psychotic break, I'll laugh outside by myself.
Understandable.
Or if sometimes I'll just black out for
a movie.
For a amount. I'm never sure how long I black out for, because usually I'm by myself. But I just come to and then I just come to and I'm laughing. I'm not really sure why I'm laughing.
Yeah, you know.
And I told my doctor, and he just kind of gave me a weird look and left the room.
What? No, he did not.
Well, he wasn't my doctor. He was a doctor.
Oh, okay.
He had a doctorate in art history.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Oh my god. I went to the doctor today. Alright, so this is all my fans out there. How you doing, guys? What's up? I went to the doctor's today. I have great news. My cholesterol went down. I did not actively try to better my diet when they told me I had high cholesterol. I did not exercise anymore. I changed nothing about myself, and yet my cholesterol still went down. So you can do it. Everything they're telling you to do, they tell you to eat better. They say more fruits and vegetables. They say exercise regularly. You know, they say other stuff. Don't listen to them. Because I did nothing that they told me to do, and my cholesterol still went down. You don't need to do, you do not need to listen to doctors. If there's one thing that you're going to get out of this podcast, out of my guest appearance, know that you do not need to listen to doctors. Ever, at all, whatsoever.
Yeah, don't trust them.
Don't trust them. Because you know what? They keep saying that they have to take they have to prick your finger and get your blood to tell you, like, what your cholesterol level is. Invalid statement.
They should just know they're doctors.
They should just be able to look at me, read the nutrition facts on the back of my label, and be able to say, hey, this is how many milligrams of cholesterol you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can get a box of cereal, you can turn it around and say, oh, this is how much cholesterol's in it. Why can't doctors do the same thing for me? And so that was my really funny joke that I wanted to contribute to the podcast, so thank you guys.
Oh, you were joking?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Remember, guys, social difference.
I got a Tangled Band-Aid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's my favorite
It's weird.
Disney princess.
It's weird, because that movie came out, like, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's not, like, a very popular movie.
No! It
But
makes me...
there's, like, I see, like, Tangled, like, toys and stuff everywhere.
I love the Tangled movie. It's my favorite Disney princess. I don't want to say Disney movie, because Hercules is always going to be up there.
My favorite Disney movie is Moana.
Moana is very good. I like the part with the chicken.
I don't really like Hercules.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, it doesn't accurately depict.
no.
So-
You wanna know what's a funny thing?
What?
A
Austin,
funny joke I thought of?
tell me a really funny joke so I can laugh out loud.
The
So I
most,
can LOL.
the most Greek thing about the movie Hercules is the root words. They didn't even get the name right. You know what? You know what the actual, like, Hercules is the Romanized name. They didn't, they didn't even get the name right.
They kind of messed it up a little bit, but that's okay.
You know what the actual, like, ancient Greek name for Hercules is?
It's Biggie.
It is, that's true. But another one is Heracles.
Oh yeah.
So I thought that was funny when I learned that. Like, I mean, I know Hercules is the more, like, popular name, but
You're like, come on,
But, like,
Disney.
when that movie came out, like, Greek news, news,
Was pissed.
yeah, they were pissed. They were like,
Understandable.
it was like, there's nothing Greek about this.
That would be like if they named Moana like something completely, like, you know what I mean? If they butchered her name, that's a different.
Mary.
Yeah, if Moana's name was like Kristen.
Kristen. The Disney movie Kristen.
It's me, Kristen, a Polynesian Islander, and
Polynesian Island Princess.
yeah. And I am Caucasian. It's not whitewashing. It's a birth defect. It's a mutation.
Her mom just got around a lot. She went to a lot of different islands, if you know what I mean.
Legitimately.
You know there is, like, an actual, like, 10,000 year gap in Polynesian history that they don't know what happened?
It's because they all, like, traveled, right? Like, they just...
Well, they all, like, traveled out,
Right.
and then they just have no clue what happened after that. Like, there's no, like,
Mhm.
stories or anything, which is what that movie's about. It's about the gap. And I just think that's funny.
I think that is funny too. I also, what is it? There's something. I don't think it's true. I don't know. I don't know a lot. Listen, I don't know a lot of things, but I think it's a Tower of Babel or whatever, like that story where like they're trying to build like a tower to God or whatever, and then they all of a sudden stop. They forget which link, you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
They I have no idea what I'm talking about because I have never gone to church at all in my life ever. But like they're like trying to build a tower to God. I don't know why. My fan theory is that they're trying to fight him. But so here's my version of the Tower of Babel, which I have never read or experienced in my life ever. So this is just me going off of secondhand, third-hand, knowledge. So God makes the world, and everyone's like, that's cool. And then God makes people, and everyone's like, that's cool. And then God goes, here is mental illness. And everyone's like, dude, that one we don't appreciate that much. And then God says, deal with it. And then they're like, we're gonna deal with it. In fact, we're gonna deal with you. And so they start building up this huge tower, and they're like, we're gonna fuck him up. Like, I'm gonna look at God square in the eye and just sucker punch this dude. I'm so sorry. I punched the laptop on accident.
Oh my god, the screen shattered.
Oh my god. I need to leave. But so basically, they're like, we're gonna fight him. And then they start building this tower, and then all of a sudden God's like, hold on. He's like, don't come up here. And they're like, literally, you told us to deal with our issues, and you're the issue, so we're gonna deal with you. And then he's like, oh, well, now you're an issue for me, so I'm gonna deal with you. And then he, points at him with his finger guns and zaps them, and they all just speak completely different languages. Even though before they were, like, speaking the same language, all of a sudden God's just like, cut that shit out. Bloop. Now they just speak different. I think that's funny. I know it's not true. But, like, I don't know. But I just think it's really funny, like, the idea of, like,
building a tower to beat the shit out of God.
Yes! Which, that's not what it was about at all. But, like, I just think it's funny that, like, the idea of, like, oh, like, a group of people is gonna do something, and then all of a sudden, this group of people comes back, and they have a complete different language. Like, the Lost Colony of Roanoke Island.
Oh, yeah?
I like that. He's, like, so, it was one of, like, the first, like, pilgrim places in America, and so I don't remember who was in charge of it. His name was probably James. Because, like, everyone was named James back then. So James is like, yo, we're low on supplies, I'm gonna go to England real quick, I'll be right back. And then James straight up just lives in England for a couple of years. Like, he's supposed to return right back, because all his people are starving. And he's just like, I'm gonna cool it. He's like, I forgot how nice it was to take a bath, so I'm gonna cool it. So then he returns to Roanoke Island in the native, to, like, America, even though it wasn't America yet. So he comes back from England after a couple of years. No one can find Roanoke Island. They cannot find the colony. They cannot find, like, they found it, but it was abandoned, and there was, like, there was one word written.
Proto?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Something like that. And so they're like, what does that mean? And so there's a lot of theories that, like, the Native Americans there, like, took the people in, the pilgrims, they took them in, and, like, helped them live, but, like, they just never found them. Because there was evidence, like, there was, like, someone's journal or whatever. It was, like, a Native American boy with light skin and blue eyes, which would be something that only, like, I guess the, like, Europeans had.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't listen. At one point in time, I knew a lot of things, but that was a while ago. I don't know anything now. Sorry that I hijacked your podcast.
Oh, no, it's okay.
No, it's not.
I have a similar little conspiracy theory.
Give it to me.
So, there's a theory out there that the Spartans of ancient Greece were actually Scandinavian settlers.
Really?
Because, so one thing, like, the Spartans always considered themselves invaders.
Right.
And foreigners in Greece. But, so, like, historians always thought, like, okay, maybe they just came from an island and moved in the mainland. And then, because the Spartans had, like, this huge, like, slave class.
Yes, I know about that.
Helots, I think they're called Helots.
Something like that. That rings a bell.
So they had that, and then they were always freaked out. They were always super harsh on them because they didn't want them to, like, rise up against them.
Right.
So Spartans always considered themselves, like, like the outside invading, occupying force in Sparta, like, in their city and territory. So, and it's always, like, recorded that Spartans always had much fairer skin and hair, so like being like blonde hair,
Yeah.
pale skin. And they always were like taller. So there's like a theory that some Scandinavians up like Norway, Sweden, came down whether around Europe or like through the rivers of Russia, and just settled there.
They just cooled it.
Yeah, and then they just stayed there.
And then they forgot. I think that's insane. That people can establish themselves for so long and then just forget, like, their origins.
Yeah, so I just thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, if that's true or not.
We can believe it.
It's believable. I mean, that would be a big, big journey for that time, but
Right.
it's not impossible.
No.
And also, there were mammoths alive during the time of the ancient Greeks.
Really?
In Siberia, yeah, there were still mammoths. And there also used to be elephants and lions in Greece, or the Mediterranean area. So, like, Crete, Crete had, either Crete or another island in Greece, had the last European elephants.
Really?
Yeah. And it's, and it's just, like, fossils of it and shit.
I remember, like, learning in history of, like, Chinese, like, I forget what dynasty. I'm so sorry to my professor who I had at Bridgewater. I forgot your name, which I'm sorry about that, but I'm also sorry that I just forgot everything that you taught me about ancient Chinese culture and history. But basically, when the Chinese were, like, first, like, exploring around, like, what was underneath them and stuff, they, at one point, they were like, yo, this is a horse, but its neck is so long. A giraffe, for any of you who don't know. A giraffe is just a horse with a really long neck. And so they were like, yo, this horse looks funky. This horse is huge and gray. And then this cat is like, they like all these animals, they found them, and then they tried to bring them up to China, and they just died on the way. I think that's hilarious. I mean, it's horrible. I'm so sorry to the animals that died, but like, I think that's hilarious. Can you imagine trying to come home to your like great emperor, who at this time, like, the Chinese believed that their emperors were like connected and related to God. So you try to bring home these animals for this higher like being, and they just die, and you're just like, so I tried my best. But they didn't make it. I think I would piss my pants laughing so hard. Like, it's just so, like, can you imagine?
Just dump the bodies. Say we won't.
Literally, they're like, let's just eat them. But they sent, like, letters, and so, like, he knew that they were coming, and then it's just like, so, does it ever move? You're like, no, actually, it sleeps, it's hibernating. Hibernating for all of the seasons.
Do you know that Chinese and Romans knew about each other?
Are Chinese and the what?
The Romans.
I feel like I knew that.
Yeah.
I feel like I was supposed to know that.
Like, they didn't have too much context of the long fucking distance, but they knew of each other.
The Silk Road.
Yeah, and the Chinese, I don't remember what the Chinese called the Romans, but the name translated to Other China. They're like, oh, these guys are a huge empire too.
This must be our secret relative.
It's our long lost
distant cousin.
It's our distant cousin, Other China. And I think they would give gifts to each other too.
Probably.
But I always thought that was cool, because those places are so far apart.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient history is cool.
Ancient history is cool. I am taking an archaeology class.
Nice, you're gonna be like Indiana Jones.
I'm gonna be like Indiana Jones. I've never seen those movies, but I know.
They're on Netflix.
I'm uncultured.
They're all on Netflix. All three of them are on Netflix.
I know Harrison Ford is the India Joan.
Yeah, he's India Jane.
He's the Joan guy. I'm pretty sure it's like that one scene where he's teaching a class, and then doesn't a girl write like something on her lips?
Yeah, she writes heart you.
And then she like blinks or something.
She goes like this.
And that is so sexy. So sexy. If someone did that to me, I definitely would fall in love with them, and I definitely wouldn't laugh at them in their face. Because that's sexy. I love that. I wouldn't pee my pants laughing if someone did that to me.
I think it's funny, like, I'm wondering what that girl's day was like. Like, how many people did they think that was directed towards them?
How many people did she have to, like, come, like, and say, like, no, like, I'm so sorry, but it's actually not for you?
She goes to the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts, she's like, thank you.
And they're like, whoa, hello, sexual harassment much? Can you imagine? Or do you think she, like, did it before class started, and then after class ran to the bathroom, scrubbed her face. I like to imagine that it's in permanent marker. Like
She did it in Sharpie.
she messed up. She thought it was her mascara, but it's permanent marker. It won't come off. She gets pink eye. Gets an infection, goes blind, all because she wanted to bang her, archaeology professor? I don't know.
Yeah, he taught archaeology.
Can you imagine that? I can't imagine that.
So, I always loved that, like, he was just a professor.
Mhm.
Like, imagine, like, your professor, like, this guy, like, goes off, like, every, like, 2 weeks to go beat up a bunch of fucking Nazis in, like, the unexplored territories of the earth.
You know that his class would be the most, like...
I would be intimidated.
No, but he disappears for 2 weeks. Like, he goes on trips a lot. You know that every college student is like, you have to take Mr. Jones, he goes away for most of the semester, like, easiest class I've ever taken. Half the time you don't have to be there because he's not there either.
When he comes back, he's, like, in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Exactly. So, like, literally you're in there for the first 3 weeks of the semester, and then all the rest of it is just readings. I would take it.
He doesn't even grade, he doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, he doesn't, both of his hands are broken, he can't grade, so you just automatically pass the class.
Also, like, Indiana Jones must be so annoyed, because, like, imagine, you've, like, fought, like, Nazis all over the world, you've, like, seen the Ark of the Covenant, you've seen ghosts, you've seen gods.
And then this 20-year-old thinks she's the shit and thinks that you're gonna get with her.
And then during your office hours, some kid is freaking out because he thinks he's gonna get, like, a B- on his fucking final term.
He's like,
kid, there's much worse things out there.
Indiana Jones is like, I've literally come face to face with, I don't know, Satan, and you're in here trying to confront me about the fact that I didn't grade your paper. Like,
Johnny, I've seen a man get his still-beating heart ripped out and sacrificed to an Indian devil god.
do you think I really care about
I don't give a shit.
Do you really think that I accidentally spelt your name wrong on the attendance sheet? I don't care.
I could get more shit. My father got kidnapped by the SS.
Secret Service.
Yeah, the Secret Service, the government. You get kidnapped by the U.S. government. Oh yeah, and also, there's 4 Indiana Jones movies.
Oh, now I
always
can't
like
watch
to joke
it.
around that there's 3, because the 4th
Isn't
one's...
the 4th one really, really bad?
Yeah, the first 20 minutes are fun, but then after that's just really boring.
It's kind of like the Rocky movies.
So in the 4th one, it's like aliens and shit.
What? No.
There is, yeah. It's set in the 50s. And, there's 2 aliens. There's, like, one in, Area 51. And then there's one in I forget where, somewhere in South America.
Venezuela.
In Venezuela.
I don't know where Venezuela is.
South America.
Oh, did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Oh, fuck. Can we do it again?
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna edit that part out, because Austin does know how to edit. So say it again.
So, I don't know where it is, somewhere in South America.
Chile. Is that another one?
Yes.
Oh, okay, we're gonna do it again. Take 3. Go ahead and say the bit.
Somewhere in South America.
Spain.
Correct.
Woo! We did it! You need a soundboard. I think that'd be really fun if you had a segment where it's just called Dobby's Playtime, and it's just Dobby playing with a soundboard, just smashing every button, just a completely obnoxious sounds. Like, just like, there's gotta be Roblox oof. What else could you do?
I have one that, if I ever am smart enough to use a soundboard, I can tell you what'll be on it, or like what at least one thing will be.
I'm trying to think, what would I have, like, I definitely, like, there are some vines and stuff that I say, and, like, other things that I quote that if I were to have, like, a soundboard.
Were you in New York when the Twin Towers fell?
No, I was in Los Angeles.
Well, either way, it was a national tragedy. 9/11.
Oh, come on. I just want the regular clip.
Does he laugh at 9/11?
So it goes...
I saw... Oh my god. You continue your joke, and then remind me about 9/11 again.
Are you still Canadian, or did you renounce that after 9/11?
What?
9/11, remember what happened?
I don't laugh at 9/11 again.
This is it.
9/11.
I've never seen the context, but it just says 9/11
And then
both
starts
start
hysterically laughing. That's pretty good.
That's my favorite comic, Norm Macdonald.
I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was like, can you imagine being a Sonic fan in the in the early 2000s, and then it clips to a bunch of Sonic fan art with Sonic characters, Sonic OCs, and they're all standing in front of the Twin Towers with like American flags, and they're like saluting. Like, can you imagine? Fresh, like, it was like right after 9/11 happened, and you think the best way to contribute to this national tragedy is to draw your Sonic OC standing in front of the burning Twin Towers with an American flag in his hand.
So, there's a Sonic fan fiction that was right after 9/11, that someone wrote that after 9/11, like, they wrote in their fan fiction that Sonic got deployed to the Middle East. It's called, like, Operation Firestorm or something.
There is a My Little Pony fanfiction that is set in the Fallout New Vegas universe that is, like, literally, I shit you not, it is novels long.
Oh my god.
Like, you can pay to have it printed out in, like, actual books. Like, it is, like, I forget what it's called. But it's, like, it's one of the longest, like, written pieces of work. Like, I'm gonna look it up, and then we'll discuss more.
Do any of the Little Ponies ever run into Fisto?
I hate to say it, but I never played New Vegas.
Oh.
I always wanted to, and I do have it downloaded on my Xbox. I just, when my little brother got it for his birthday, I played the first, like, couple of, like, side missions, and then there was that side mission where you have to, like, kill the little gecko, like, guys that run at you. I cried so much because I did not want to kill the geckos. And my dad, like, flipped out, screamed at me. He's like, if you don't want to fucking kill him, then don't play the fucking game. And ever since then, I just haven't been able to play it.
Well, you can skip that mission if you'd like.
I know, but then I can't 100%.
So there's a quest. I'm just gonna say where Fisto comes from.
Mm-hmm.
There's a quest in Fallout New Vegas where you have to recruit escorts, aka hookers, for a nice bar establishment, and so you get like this cool cowgirl woman.
Mm-hmm.
You get this homeless guy who's turning tricks in an alleyway, and you go to this old abandoned robot factory, and you find this robot called Fisto, and the only way to get him to become an escort is for Fisto to work his magic on you.
Okay, I have... So it's called Fallout Equestria. Instead of Fallout, it's Fallout.
Wait, Fallout?
Yeah. It's a crossover fanfiction between My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and the Fallout video game series. It was first published in April 2011. It was completed on Christmas of the same year. It spans over 45 chapters, as long as prologue, introduction, epilogue, and afterwards. Contains over 620,000 words, making Fallout Equestria one of the longest self-published works of derivative fan in existence. Or no, of derivative fiction in existence.
And there's an option to get this in hardcover books, right?
Yes. I saw there was, like, when it first got, like published in hardcover books, you could buy the books, and if you bought them, like, it was, like, a pre-order, like, bonus thing, you could get, a pistol, like, from Fallout, but, like, customized to match how it's described in the fanfiction.
Oh my god. Oh, I wish I knew. I would have pre-ordered one. Because whenever I get my own place, whenever that is, I want to have a shelf, like a little, just like one, like, bookshelf.
Yeah.
And just put the randomest books on it. So, like, I'm gonna, some books I already have that is specified for that shelf is, the Communist Manifesto,
Mm-hmm.
the Book of Mormon, Francis of the Filth, now this one, then I'm gonna get mine gone.
Oh my...
Just have all these, like, and, The Art of the Deal, just these really just weird books to have on one shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And these weird, like, political manifestos to Trump's book.
Austin.
To My Little Pony crossover fanfiction.
So,
Oh my god, there's so many of them.
There's
It's like half the shelf.
There's 5 books, and the last 2 are like thick. They're like dummy thick, and they're on Etsy and eBay for $200,
Jesus.
$110. Let's go shopping. Let's try to buy these books.
Oh my god.
$110, $200, $350, $110.
I just gotta throw something funny.
Can you imagine? Hey, honey, like I know we really like I know that we're really behind on rent, and that we really are gonna get kicked out. But I did also buy Fallout Equestria for $350 on eBay from Black Dog 69. So what are we gonna say?
Okay, so you know that scene in Beauty and the Beast when she goes to the library and she's like, "There's so many books to read."
That, but it's all Fallout
No.
Equestria.
What if all the books are just Beast's fan fictions? His dirty, disgusting, gross fan fictions.
Fan fictions of him and his servants. Like, oh my god.
Like she goes to like open one, she's like, "What's Beast in a kettle?"
Stop.
She's like reading it.
Like, what?
She's like, "Is this print or is this handwritten?" She's going through and she's like, "This sounds an awful lot like this castle."
I can't find a picture of like the actual prop that you could get, but this is basically what it looks like.
Oh my
Except
god!
it had more decals on the actual like scope and the weapon, but it's basically a hand pistol with what's that called? Like the grip.
Scope.
The grip is a pail with apples on it. I'm pretty sure it's for Apple. What's her name? Should I read this? Should I invest the time to read this so that way I know what I'm talking about? Let's go to the Fallout
Imagine going
Equestria
to a
Wicca.
shooting range and someone has like a
And someone
decked
whips
out
that
MLP
out.
gun.
And scream.
So I posted a couple videos of me shooting guns on my Instagram
Mm.
because I've had like those are years old. Those are old videos, but I'm like I don't think I've ever posted these anywhere. I just think it's funny that got a shit ton of likes.
There's like
But yeah, like imagine like that gun, but just like
With
just like
completely
MLP
just like
paint
My Little
decals.
Pony, just like, oh my god. And you know that like they don't have fingers, so they have to use their magic powers to levitate the gun.
Just guns floating in front of them at all times.
No. No! Someone tried to animate it, but I can't. I think it was deleted. I don't know. But basically, go invest basically $400 into My Little Pony fanfiction. My
Yes,
Little Pony X Fallout fanfiction.
Do it.
If you don't do it, you're not a real fan of the Austincast.
You'll need it to understand the next Fallout game.
And to understand just all of life.
I can't. Oh my god. I'm just imagining the next fucking when they announce the next Fallout game. It's Fallout Equestria.
I would like. I knew Fallout 76 was going to be a shit show. I never bought it, never played it, but I knew people who did like pre-order it before like anything about it really came out. Like before we really knew too much, people were pre-ordering it. If all of a sudden at E3, I don't know, does Bethesda do E3 stuff? I don't know. I just know that's where. Yeah. Okay. I don't know a lot, but I know a lot. So if all of a sudden at E3, Todd Howard, that's his name, right?
Yeah, that's the name.
That's his name. I get him and Mark Zuckerberg confused sometimes. I'll say Mark Howard instead of, but so Todd Howard walks up on stage, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Todd, we love you, Todd."
I don't love him anymore.
No, we fucking hate him. But everyone's like, Todd. Oh, so imagine this. Excuse me, let me correct myself. Todd Howard walks up on stage, and everyone's like, "Boo!" The people in the front row are like pissing on him somehow from like below the stage.
They undid their zipper.
Yeah, they're like
They've been holding it for a week.
They're peeing all over him, and he just stands there for like his whole for the entire length of the presentation. I don't know how long. We'll say like half an hour. He stands there, and then for the last 10 seconds of his scheduled presentation time, he walks off the stage, and then behind where he was standing on, like, the, what's it called? The projection? It just projects, Fallout Equestria. And that's the entire presentation. I would pre-order it.
It's that, and then there's one, like, a 4-second clip of, like, it shows, like, the wasteland, and it's, like, this destroyed skyline, there's a skull, then you see a little hoof put down.
Yes!
A little pink hoof, and then it just fades to black and says
Exactly.
Fallout Equestria.
Oh my god, I would love it if, like, it's... So all of a sudden, the hoof goes down, and you hear, is any pony out there? And then that's it.
That'll be the sting at the end of the first trailer.
God, I would love it if Fallout, like, if they had to do, like, I've never watched My Little Pony, but obviously they like any pony, like, I forget what else they do, but they say, like, they make, like, their horse, like, related puns and stuff in, like, My Little Pony, like, speech, and so I would love it, absolutely love it, to see just a stereotypical, like, just completely untouched, Fallout, like, ghoul to be walking around, and then all of a sudden, I would love to have him turn to you and just say, like, something along, like, I don't know, like, it would have been a funny joke if I was smart, but I'm not. Like, can you imagine, though, just, like, completely, just, like the same, like, just a normal, Fallout story, but you're a My Little Pony, and everyone is talking like they're My Little Ponies, but they're not. Like, can you imagine, what's his name? The ghoul in Fallout 4, is it 4? I don't know. The one from Good Neighbor, what's his name?
Good Neighbor.
Are they called ghouls? What are they called?
The zombie-looking ones?
Yeah,
they're ghouls.
Ghouls. Ghouls from he can be your companion.
The one that wears the pirate outfit?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember his name at the moment.
It starts with an H, right?
Hancock.
Imagine Hancock is, like, standing up there on his little thing, and he does a little speech, and he's like, good neighbor can be home to any pony who's willing to put in the work. like, I would cry. I would become a streamer, and I would play that game nonstop. I would drop out of college and just play My Little Pony, Fallout New Vegas, whatever the fuck they want to call it. That would be my new occupation.
Like ponies and, like, power armor. Oh. I'd be pumped. I would pre-order that game. It's like fucking 7-foot mutated ponies.
That would be very good. And then, Todd Howard did Skyrim too.
Yeah, he's
I was gonna
just
say,
in charge of
I would say Skyrim would clap back with, like, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Skyrim or something like that.
There's, like, a race of turtle people in the Skyrim
Yeah,
universe.
the Argonians.
Not the Argonians. They live near the Argonians.
Turtle people?
Oh no, I'm thinking of frog people. The frog people.
Same difference.
They should add turtle people.
I would love to be a turtle people.
I would love a Fallout game to take place on, like, an abandoned moon base. That'd be more of a DLC thing, I guess. Oh, so I've been meaning to tell this story to somebody.
Okay. So it's to some pony.
Just to some pony.
Just to any pony.
So, like, a couple months ago, this girl added me on Snapchat.
Ooh.
And so usually when people add me, I just ignore them unless it's someone I recognize or know. So she added me, and I'm like, I'm not sure who this is. I'm pretty sure this is someone I went to high school with. So I accepted it.
Mm.
I have no clue who she is.
Oh.
I have no clue where she lives, and I have no clue how she got my thing. She never talked to me, she just added me. And she, like, in the course of, like, when I added her, she was, like, 2 weeks away from giving birth. And she's, like,
God!
I think she's a little younger than me.
Okay.
Oh, no, she's 1 year older than me. And,
I mean...
So...
Go ahead, queen. Go have a baby, but, like, that's just weird to not know someone and then be like, oh. Anyways, continue.
here-
Sorry.
But the thing is, so she keeps like putting videos of her breastfeeding her baby, which I guess you do you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the grossest thing in the world, but like it's not something I would
No,
broadcast.
but it's just weird because
Yeah.
I used to just flip through people's stories and all of a sudden I just see like
Boob.
yeah, I'm like, oh what?
I'm very. I hate when people are like when like there's an issue where women are breastfeeding in public and people like freak out because it's indecent and like whatever. Like no, like it's just a natural thing. You gotta do what you gotta do. But
Well, I've had some weird breastfeeding encounters.
well, yeah,
I
there
saw
are
a woman
some.
breastfeed a 7-year-old at Eatable,
That's not okay.
and she had a milk mustache afterward.
That's not okay. I would
It
call
was
the
very
police.
gross.
I would call the
This
police.
isn't a joke either.
I wish it was a joke. I wish it was a joke because I would call the police and I'd say there is a pedophile in Edaville.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would go that far. I'd be like, look, 911, get over here.
I just think she was very, very new age type of person. But oof. So
Continue. Yeah.
So then, like 3 weeks ago, she adds to her story, I want to have another baby. Any donors hit me up.
Oh.
And then I was like, ooh. And I was like, I was like, nah, I shouldn't. I was like, ooh.
Austin's contemplating it.
and then so I just keep flipping. And then she's like bisexual. Like she's said that on her thing. And so then the other day, I go to her story, and she's like, I need some girlfriends, HMU. So I'm not sure if she means like girlfriends as in dating or girlfriends as in friends. So I'm not sure what she means.
That always confuses me as well.
And then her snaps after that is like this like weird like ask like anonymous ask something. Yeah, have you seen on Snapchat?
Yeah. Like you slide up. Excuse me. You swipe up.
Yeah, swipe up.
I was trying to say swipe and slide, and it didn't come out. You swipe up and you say something, and like they don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Like one of those. Okay, yeah, one of those.
So all these girls are like swiping up, and they're saying their age, height, weight.
Oh, so
and looking, but
girlfriend.
So, but I'm confused because they all were underage.
Oh, that's
and
not
I'm like,
okay.
I'm
That's
talking.
not okay.
I think the youngest one was like 13, and the oldest one is 16.
That's not okay.
And they're saying.
And you said she's a year older than you?
Yeah. Like, I'll see her story.
Dear 911.
But I didn't see. But there was no like. She didn't specifically ask for like age or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one after that, was someone like, it's kind of shady for you asking for underage girls to hit you up. But I'm not sure if like if she deleted one of her snaps that was specifically asking for like
underage girls.
But it's like really weird because like they were all like fairly underage. And like they were saying like they said like looking for love, something casual, and like.
So what I would imagine is she probably deleted something since they all had the same like template.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would imagine she probably had some, like it was probably that looking for girlfriends, and then was like it probably said something along the lines of like, give me your name. Like she probably asked for that stuff, and then just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't see like I could understand if like a few people had said the same thing, but like the fact that every single one was like, here's my age, here's my height, here's like what I'm into, like she definitely asked for that information. Because like if it had just been like, oh, I'm looking for a girlfriend, I could see some people being like, here's my height, here's my age, but I could like more people would be like, oh my god, like we should talk, like how, like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So like this is her latest snap. It's looking. Oh, there's something to ask you.
Would you ever fuck with a 16-year-old? Probably not. My apologies. Probably not. It better be not.
Oh.
You're a pedo and clearly should not have a child. Rip. How am I a pedophile? Spelled incorrectly. Plus, you are all assumed it was dating, when I've repeated on several occasions I wish to say single. Girlfriends can mean literal female friends, but yes, also it can mean having a female spouse. You all just make accusations. None of you really know me, and I don't care for your opinions. FWB? No. Shut up, thought. Haha, just unadd me if I really bother you that much. That's just some of the stuff she'd be saying on there.
But it's weird, because, like, yeah, like, she had to have deleted something. If, like, they were doing, there was, like, different girls doing the same thing.
Definitely had a template of some sort.
Is weird, especially because one of them literally, and then she said something else. I saw another stat mention that. Oh, and I think it was someone replied, and they're like, "Why are you asking girls between 11 and 16 now?"
What?
I was like, it was so weird, and like, I wish.
So if they said that, makes me think that she probably said like, "I'm looking for a girlfriend between 11 and 16. Give me your height," and like, she definitely asked. That's kind of
She would have had to, because why else would like
Why-
three different
yeah.
girls do the
same exact temp. Yeah.
Yeah, with the same info, and all like specifically say that they're looking for love or something
That's-
casual.
listen,
Like, it's weird.
If you're out there and you're looking for love, I know it's hard, but don't become a pedophile.
It's not worth it. Trust me.
It's not okay.
Trust me.
Austin, you can't say that. Listen, I know.
But I can't say don't do it.
Listen, I know I talked a lot about the Trolls movie, but never in my life have I ever done any pedophilic things.
I hope not. Dog's gotta look at you.
Where is Dobby? Oh, she's slumped. Oh my god. She decapitated Hickory and then said, "Time for a nap."
Nappy nap time. But yeah, so
So that's, I want to say it's fun, but it's not. That's gross.
weird and creepy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep her headed just
Just
to
in
see where it goes.
case, but like,
Yeah. Because also, I was like debating on like, should I like contact somebody?
well, what are you gonna do?
But that's always the thing. Like, I always want like get freaked out. Like, if I ever like stumble across something
Because like,
of that nature, like, who do I report it to? And
right, because you can't call the police and be like, "Hi, so this random girl added me on Snapchat and she's doing weird things," because that's not real evidence.
Yeah.
And you also don't know who she is, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be different if like she was like, if there were pictures of her like with a child, because then you could like, you know what I
I
mean?
mean, technically, there are pictures of her with a child. But
Well,
it's her
like, yeah,
child.
you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Which is creepy.
That is gross. Disgusting. Anyways. Ooh.
So, what other movies have you been watching besides like Trolls?
God, I've actually been watching a lot of anime recently. Go ahead and hate on me right now. I'm 20 years
No,
old.
the internet switched. Internet
Anime's
went-
cool now. Anime's cool and okay to watch now.
No, anime's the only thing the internet watches now.
Oh, I don't
It
know.
like did a complete like 180.
I don't know. I
Anime.
spent my whole life afraid of doing things that I wanted to do because people told me not to do them. And now I'm almost 20 years old and I'm going to do whatever the fuck makes me happy. So if you have a problem with that, go fuck yourself. Call 1-800, shove some pepperoni up your ass, and then call me.
You know what's funny?
Shoving pepperoni up your ass?
That's not funny. That's just
That's
fucking hot.
that's just erotic. What is
Yeah.
funny though, Austin?
I can't get into anime. I've never liked it.
Really?
The animation style always just hurts my eyes, and I can never watch it. And I hate the mouth movements.
Yeah.
But like almost everyone I know likes anime, and they keep telling me, "Oh, you gotta watch this. Oh, you gotta watch that." And I'm like, I don't want to.
There are some good stories, but a lot of anime like I can't watch because it's like too hypersexual. Like the girls are just like, you know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean? Like there are so many animes that I just can't do. I watched Darling in the Fran, which I was like so against because like the fans of it hypersexualize one of the characters in it, but it's actually like not bad at all. There is like there's one episode where she is naked in a pond because that's like her introduction, and like she just stripped and went swimming, which like you do you, sis. That's bold of you, but go ahead. And then there is the stereotypical beach episode, but like I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was the creepiest thing in the world. I've definitely seen worse.
It's like when that episode of Pokemon when Team Rocket were flaunting their big honkin' bonkers, and James had some implants for that episode.
What episode is that? What episode number?
I don't know.
was
I've just seen the clip, but it's like the girl one. She's like in a bikini.
Her name is Jessie.
She's got her big honkin' bonkers out.
Her big hootin' tootin'
And then
cowboy shootin'.
And then James cross dresses for the episode.
James cross dresses a lot.
And he's got like these like implants that like he blows up, so they're big honkin' chonkers
He
too.
said, if I'm gonna have some tittle biggies,
He's like,
then I'm gonna have some tittle biggies.
He was like, I'm gonna have Tigger old biddies and Jessie.
He said, Jesse, you don't have a choice, but I do. So I'm gonna make them huge.
You're gonna make them freaking ridiculous, Jesse. We're gonna catch all the Pokemon. Oh, but this one time at Edaville, I had a really awkward encounter. There was these two 11-year-old girls. I was doing the roller coaster, so I loaded everyone in, about to do like the speech, and they're like, "Do you watch anime?" They're like 10, which is really weird because they're 10 and like they're not like you look at them and you wouldn't think they watch anime.
Because, like, no offense, but those, like, stereotypical, like, prepubescent kids that watch anime, like, that's their only personality, and, like, that's how they dress.
Yeah.
No offense to all the underage fans out there.
Yeah. But yeah, they did not look like the type of fucking 12-year-olds that would watch anime. And they're like, "Do you watch anime?" I'm like, "No, I don't." They're like, "Oh, come on, why do you watch anime?" I'm like, "Don't."
You're like, "Can I just start the roller coaster,
I'm like,
please?"
all my friends do, and I'm like trying to like, cause like, I suck at small talk, especially when I'm working.
Especially when you don't know people.
Cause like I get in a different mindset when I'm at work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm trying to be like, haha, fun, like Edaville fun ride
like,
operator.
I work at an amusement
but
park.
I'm like, I gotta do the speech, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about anime.
That's when I would have been like, we can talk about this after the ride. Anyways.
And then they started asking for my number.
And you were like,
No, they were asking for my friend's number because they watch anime. I'm like, I think they're a little too old for you. And then I just started the ride.
No,
I was like, and then the guy behind me was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Take me back to Edaville.
Unfortunately, there's a significant chance Edaville will never open again.
Genuinely?
Not from what I know of it, working there for 3 years. In the
But
situation.
Yeah. Okay.
It's definitely a possibility.
I think it was AMC Theaters that was like starting to go down the shitter before COVID happened, and now it's just kind of like, what are you gonna do?
It's like all the movie theaters too.
Yeah, well, all the movie theaters, but especially AMC Theaters, they were starting to lose business like before this had started.
Yeah, I can't imagine Edaville doing because Edaville already didn't do too good.
Yeah.
And now it's like they missed out an
entire summer.
Not even summer, just season.
That's
they didn't open at all,
That's
and
true.
I doubt they're gonna open by Christmas.
And Christmas is big time. Edaville.
Yeah, so they missed out on them.
They kind of just fucked up.
Yeah,
it's all Edaville's fault.
It's all Edaville's fault.
Dobby.
And it's like, if they do open, it's gonna be like a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
No
thanks.
Yeah. And it's gonna be miserable, because
I hate to say this, but I think it is absolutely hilarious that Disney is open.
I thought they closed back down.
Did they? I don't know. I think it's absolutely hilarious that they even opened to begin with. That they even had the balls to say, come on in. That, it's fucked up. That just 100% proves that you don't care about your customers, you don't care about your staff, you are just in it for the money 120%. It makes me so mad that at the beginning of this, when, PPE was in shortage and, people were first oh my god, there's no mask, there's no hand sanitizer, pisses me off that big corporations like Disney were like, well, you can buy Mickey Mouse-themed masks. And it's I wish I lived in a world where, multi-million-dollar companies like Disney were nice enough to be like, you know what, we were gonna make this merchandise, but we're gonna give it away because people need it. But we live in the capitalist hellhole.
Imagine going to the doctors and the doctor has a Mickey Mouse thing.
The only way that doctors would be able to get free PPE and other things from Disney is if they were to sponsor Disney. Can you imagine if you go to your doctors and it's all Mickey Mouse themed and they're like, haha.
While you're on the grasp of death, they just have Mulan on a TV.
They're like, hey, so before we can start the surgery, you do have to watch this pre-surgery. You know how there's I've never been to Disney, but some rides have a pre-ride show. Can you imagine a Disney themed surgery with a pre-show?
They have those on the buses too.
I hate Disney.
I've been to Disney. Disney
hate
is
Disney.
Not fun.
I like the movies and yes, my mom loves Beauty and the Beast, so yes, I do spend the big bucks to get her those decorative pieces that literally sit on the shelf and do fucking nothing. But fucking hate Disney. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I hate Disney. I hate Jeff Bezos. I hate your mother.
Whoa.
Not your mother. The
Whoa.
listeners' mothers.
Hate your mother?
Yeah, dude. Freaking dear mom. Stop it. Stop being in a wheelchair, you stupid hoe.
So, when I was 13, my family went to Disney for a week.
Mhm.
Because it was for my parents' anniversary.
Oh,
and
that's so cute.
my sister's birthday, because they were close enough. So, they, like, saved up for a while.
Mhm.
We went, and, when we got there, the hotel room they gave us was already occupied.
Oh, what?
So when we walked in, there was just garbage and, like, clothes everywhere. And it was disgusting. It was like it was like a half of a pizza on the floor. It was still in the box, but it was on the floor, and it was gross.
I would.
So then, they had to give us a different room in, like, a different building than the one we wanted. So that happened.
God.
Yeah, because of Logan, we luckily got the Fast Pass, which we wouldn't have been able to go on any rides without. And oh God, Disney was a hellhole.
See, that's another issue. Is like, okay, I know Disney is like, there's nothing they can do about the length of the rides. Like the wait.
It's not even the rides. It's just like walking around and the amount of people.
It's.
And there's no Fast Pass for the restaurants. So I think I remember one time I was so mad on him. It's like I get really protective of my brother, especially when he's like freaking out when we're in a public spot. We were on a bus and Logan was having a meltdown. I swear to God, because I always get really pissed and defensive whenever someone stares. I always look them in the eye until
Hey,
get
out of here.
They get freaked out and they look away. I shit you not, my vision was red. It was like a Terminator. It was like a red
Austin
fucking screen.
was ready to kill the mouse.
I was ready to fucking kill. I've never been that fucking primally pissed before. It was so weird. Like I literally saw red.
That's what the mouse does to you.
Downtown Disney was pretty cool. They have a huge ass Lego store and they have a big Lego Loch Ness monster in the lake.
That's awesome.
I would go back to Downtown Disney. Well, I'd go back to Disney, but with like, if I had a wife that was really into Disney, or like if a friend, me and a friend go.
If someone who was someone who loved Disney went with you, I could see how it could be an enjoyable experience.
I would never go with a kid.
No, God, no. If you bring your kids to Disney, why? What are you doing? Why do you have so much extra money? Give it to me.
Which is funny because it's meant for kids to go to, but it's so much more miserable.
Literally the worst place to ever bring your child ever.
Yeah, I would go back. I would just go to Downtown Disney and maybe the new Star Wars land they have. I'd check that out, but that's what I would do. I wouldn't go to Epcot. I wouldn't go to fucking Oh, and I made a record at Disney.
Did you?
So at Epcot, they have like this thing where it's like there's little areas that represent different countries that surround a lake. So when you get to the gift shop that's at the end, they had I don't know if they still have, they had this little test where you match up flags to countries, and they like time you.
And you, the genius that you are.
I got all of them. I think it was like 10 or 12 countries. I got all of them right.
Yes.
Within a minute. And the lady looked at me and she was like, Jesus Christ, I think it's the quickest anyone's ever done it. And I got like a certificate too.
Oh my God.
It's long gone, but
that's fun.
Yeah. And I think I got a prize too. I think I got a little free flag or something, or a pin.
Of course.
But I was like, yeah, sure. But like, because I've always liked flags, and I'm like, okay, this is obviously China, this is obviously Morocco, and I just like went around and just matched it. And, yeah. So that was cool. And that was also when like Monsters University was coming out.
Oh my God!
So they had
that was fun.
They had all like the Monsters University shit everywhere too. And I saw Iron Man 3 in Hollywood, at the Hollywood thing they have in Disney.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I've never been to Disney. I've been to Santa's Village though.
I went there when I was a kid.
I've been to Six Flags 3 times, maybe 4 times. My uncle has the passes, and so last Halloween, Brad and I went, and we pretended to be my uncle and one of my little cousins, except they had implemented a fingerprint scanner. And so Brad and I pull up, and I'm like, okay, Brad, you're going to pretend to be my Uncle Matt, and I'm going to pretend to be my little cousin Brayden, who is legitimately at that time was 10, and I was 19, maybe 18. So we pull up, and we're like, hi, which there had been like thunderstorms the past like 2 days, and so the park had been closed. And so we pull up, they had just opened. It was late afternoon, like they had closed because of thunderstorms, had opened up again, so we were like one of the first people there. And we were like, hi, here are our passes. And they're like, okay, put your fingerprints on the scanners. And I was like, the what? So we obviously get denied like 5 times in a row. And so the guy who was scanning us calls us superior. And so he's like, he takes the passes and he's like, and he points at my boyfriend. He's like, you are? He goes, Matt. He goes, your last name? And he goes, Cannon? Like, very obviously didn't know what it was. And then he looks at me, he goes, your name? And I'm like, Brayden Cannon. And he just goes, okay, you guys have a good time in the park. But if that man had not let us in, I would have been so mad. That's my fun story of me impersonating my little cousin.
You know what's funny? If Edaville ever opens up again, I know exactly how to get in for free.
Really?
Yeah, it's not any employee benefit. It's just I know how to get in.
Is it like a hole in the fence? Like a...
No, I just wear my t-shirt and like I can walk in and go like up a hill. That's not
Oh
the
my
entrance to
God.
the gates. So like if someone looks at me, they'll be like, okay, he's just one of the
Yeah.
employees. And then I can just walk up, go to the bathroom,
Change your shirt.
change
And
my
then just
shirt,
be in
change
there.
into a t-shirt and basketball shorts, switch my hats.
Ooh! Switch that.
So I just and then go like that, yeah. And then I could just walk around for free.
Mr. Edaville, if you're listening to this, kill yourself.
Oh.
I shouldn't say that. Mr. Edaville, don't kill yourself.
But the thing is, there's like 1 or 2 rides I can do at Edaville.
Mm-hmm. Edaville is more child-themed than Disney, I think, as far as rides go.
Yeah. Definitely. So.
Definitely.
I don't know. There's a lot of hardcore Thomas the Tank Engine fans out there.
I do be liking Thomas.
You know, I saved a man from getting crushed by Thomas the Tank Engine.
I feel like you told me the story.
I think I did.
Tell it again. The audience needs to hear.
So when I was the first year I worked at Edaville, I worked at a part of it called Dinoland, which is like
it's a fun place to play.
which is off-brand Jurassic Park.
Yep.
And there's like a little railroad. So we have like a life-size Thomas the Tank Engine that circles the park, and it crosses in front of the gate. So like whenever it goes by, you have to shut off the gate, make sure no one crosses. So that was my job, and I would do that. And one time I was doing it.
Essential worker.
So one time I was doing it, and I'm standing there, and like when you do, it, you have to like wave.
Yeah.
If you're an employee. So then all of a sudden, this like 35-year-old Indian like dad.
Yeah.
Is just texting on his phone. He's just like walking by. He steps over the rope and starts walking towards the track. And I like threw out my arm like I hit his chest, and I was like, "Step the fuck back!"
Don't do that.
I like yelled at him, and he looked at me, and he was like, and I was like, "Get the fuck back!"
There's a rope for a reason.
Like if I didn't do anything, he literally would have gotten squashed by a life-size Thomas the Tank Engine. Like if you have any faith in humanity, the moment you get a job at a theme park, you will lose it. You'll realize how stupid people are.
And in a restaurant too. Sometimes people be saying the dumbest shit to me.
No, literally. Okay, so then like how Dinoland is, it's like a trail with like dinosaur statues, kind of like slightly motorized dinosaur statues, and at the end, there's just like a rhino statue, which is I remember I got in an argument guy because he thought because it was in Dinoland, it was supposed to be like an ancestor of a rhino, but I'm like, no, like Edaville just has a rhino statue, and they're like, fuck it, we'll put it here, because I think because like that's the obvious like thing.
Yeah.
That's obviously why they put it there, because they could, and they had it, and every time someone would walk out, or like not every time, but
usually
3 separate times when an adult walked out, they would look at me, and they either would say, I didn't know a rhino was a dinosaur, or they would ask, and then they would ask me if a rhino is a dinosaur, and being the asshole I am, I would say yes.
I hate you.
And this one time, this woman comes out, she's like a mom, she's like, I didn't know a rhino was a dinosaur. She was like, is a rhino a dinosaur? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh yeah, Rhinosaurus.
I hate people.
And then she left. And I just, as soon as she got out of, like, hearing distance, I just started dying laughing.
I would cry in front of her. I would.
Rhinosaurus.
Oh yeah, duh, Rhinosaurus.
Oh, and then...
my God. You know, because every dinosaur is a saurus.
And then people trying to sneak babies on. I remember one guy literally tried to sneak his daughter onto a roller coaster in his coat.
Trying,
like he hid her under his coat. And I walked out and I saw her legs peek out, and I'm like, I gotta measure her. And then she was well in the red. She was like, oh, she's good to go on, right? I'm like, no. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, leave. I just told her, because like at the end of Eatable, I was done with people. I just told them to fuck off.
If you are trying to sneak your obviously infant, or like if you're trying to sneak a child that should not go on a ride, if you're trying to sneak them onto that ride, what the fuck is wrong with you as a parent? There are rules for a reason.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing that to your child, I'm sorry, you don't deserve a child. Plan your trip for next year. Wait till they hit their growth spurt. Don't try to sneak your 6-year-old on Splash Mountain. It's not gonna work.
It's like my Eatable journey is so funny because I started out as like being like
excited,
excited, curious, very nice. To just I would be an ass to people because
like,
I knew like what are they gonna do? Fire me? They're not gonna fucking fire me. They need me. I was such an ass. I was only an ass to people that deserved it though.
That's kind of how I've gotten, because this week is my last week at work. And so last week I was like, literally just one more week, like you'll be fine. So some kid asked for Gatorade. And I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, bud, like we don't have that. And he's like, oh, okay, give me a minute to decide, which like, no biggie, like if you don't know what you want, I'll come back, like I'll take 5 trips for you, I don't care. So I come back with like all the adult drinks, and I'm like, so what do you think, bud? And his dad's like, he's having a Gatorade. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, like we don't sell like Gatorade here. And the dad goes, what? And I'm like, I'm sorry, like we don't sell Gatorade here. Like I don't have anything to give you. It's like, what are you talking about? You don't have Gatorade here? We were here yesterday and we got a Gatorade. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, don't say swear words at me. I'm like, I looked after he said that. He was like, we were literally here yesterday and we got a Gatorade. Literally, like yelling at me. I just made eye contact with him. Just turned around and went back to the kitchen and just sat down for like 2 seconds. Like I took a break. I was like, I can't. I was like, what do you mean you were here yesterday? What
breakfast place serves Gatorade?
What breakfast place sells Gatorade?
And they obviously didn't eat there yesterday, right?
No, we don't have Gatorade. Obviously, we don't have. Listen, I'm so sorry. I don't care. Even if someone asked me at work, hey, can I have double chocolate milk coffee? If we sold it yesterday, and I say no today, guess what? The answer is no.
But you know what you should have said when he said he's getting Gatorade? You should have been like,
not here.
There's a 7-Eleven down the street.
Legitimately.
Just walked away.
And then, because of COVID, we've shortened our hours, so we close at 11. Which, okay, 7 to 11, like, normally we're open at 6, so, like, normally we're open at 6, closed at 1. So 7 to 11 is shortened hours, but, like, if you're trying to get breakfast, if you're trying to go out for breakfast at 11 o'clock, you're not gonna get breakfast. Like, that's, like, the start of the lunch shift. So the other day, we had outside seating, and so the other day, some guy drives up, like, right in front of one of our tables, which we have cones set up, but, like, literally drives, like, right on top of the cone, and is like, are you guys closed? And I just turn around and look at the giant close sign, I look at the giant flashing close sign, and I say, yeah, I think so. You think so? I'm like, yes, we're closed. What do you mean you're closed? I'm like, I mean, we're closed, like, I don't know. I'm like, we're closed. He goes, well then, where the fuck am I gonna eat? And I just shrugged my shoulders. Legitimately, I just shrugged my shoulders and just looked at him.
Just pointed at McDonald's.
And he goes, well, what other breakfast places are around here that don't close so fucking early? And I said, I don't know, maybe Percy's place? Man's got pissed. He revved out. He, like, skirt!
I don't, why
drove away.
When people are being such, like, especially in that situation, just walk away.
Like, well, because I was trying to clean up outside.
Oh, you were still technically working?
I was still working, and so I was like, yeah, like, we were closed, we weren't allowing more people in, but I was still cleaning up. And so I was like, no. Because, like, there have been times where, like, people will pull up while I'm walking across the parking lot to get to my car, and, like, I'm obviously a waitress, I still have my apron on, like, I'm still in uniform. And they were like, oh my god, are you closed? And I'm like, yep. Like, you snooze, you lose. But 11 o'clock isn't early for a breakfast place.
No, it's
You know
not.
what I
It's like, 'cause that's like about when people get lunch.
That's about when people start getting lunch. Like, I know it's not like, it is, like, okay, it's kind of early, but it's like, also, if you really want breakfast that bad, wake yourself up and get breakfast. Like, don't wait till the last minute to go out to get breakfast.
So at my current job in Nabisco, whenever I'm working at the store, people will come up to me and ask me stuff is.
Mhm.
And like usually
don't.
I understand like okay, like I'm stocking, I obviously
Yeah.
am doing a job. So then I tell them I don't work for the store, I don't know where the fuck that is. And then usually they're fine, they're like, okay. They're like, oh, they're usually
Yeah.
embarrassed because like they didn't
You're like, oh, no.
because like then they notice like the name tag. I was at Target. Sometimes some Targets make you like fill out like a little like sticker to put on, so
Uh-huh.
like
That says,
they
like,
know
I'm a
you're-
visitor, like, yeah.
yeah, like a Target visitor, so the employees know you can be in the back area. So one time I did that, and I was at Target in the Kingston Mall.
Mhm.
I was at that one, and my sister came to visit me because she lives near
Close.
there. And so I was in there, and I was talking to my sister while I was putting Oreos on the shelf. And this like Karen walks up to me,
Blah.
and she was like, "Excuse me, where are the paper plates?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't work for the store." And she's like, "Yes, you do. Yes, you do." And I'm like, "No, I don't. I'm a vendor. I work for Nabisco. They
Yeah.
make me wear this stupid sticker because it's to show that I'm a guest here." And she was like, and she walked off, and she was like, "This is another employee. Maybe he works here." And my sister just looked at me. She started laughing. I'm like,
Listen, I don't care how tired I am. I don't care if I've worked 5 shifts. I don't care if I've gotten 2 hours of sleep. I will try my very hardest to be nice to you until you give me attitude. The second that you come in here telling me that you know more about my job than I do is the second that I lose all respect for you, the second that I do not care. If we did have Gatorade at the restaurant, I would have refused. Like, I would have been like, no.
I'll be a
Because
Gatorade
he's-
at the restaurant. They encounter one of it happened because you've been like, all right, I'll get you Gatorade.
it just makes me so
Theoretically.
mad. Or, like, sometimes we run out of hot chocolate because the machine will get clogged or whatever,
Yeah.
and, like, I'll just say, like, oh, we don't have hot chocolate right now. And instead of being like, oh, the machine's clogged, I'll be like, we're just out. And they'll be like, what do you mean you're out? Like, you don't have... I'll be like, it's like, I'm like, the machine just isn't working. Oh, so what is it? Is the machine not working or are you out? And I'm like, both. I cannot give you hot chocolate because the machine is not working, so we are out of hot chocolate. People ask for cold chocolate.
What?
And I'm like, so
Like,
you want chocolate milk? No, I want hot chocolate, but make it cold. And I'm like, the fuck are
Like,
you
do they
talking? Like, you want chocolate milk? No, I
Yeah.
want cold chocolate. A hot chocolate, but make it cold. So you pour,
Do they want like hot chocolate with ice in it, or do you want?
that's what I give them, is hot chocolate with ice in it. And they're always like, oh, it's still really warm. And I'm like, give it a second. Because the machine pours out boiling water. Like,
Yeah, like
it's not like I'm refusing to go out, like, if I could go out of my way to make you hot chocolate with cold water, guess what? I would, just to laugh in your face and be like, here's your fucking chocolate milk with extra steps. I
one
don't.
time you should just bring out chocolate milk and see if they notice.
That's a good idea.
I would do that.
Bring out chocolate milk and then still charge them for a hot chocolate.
And if they complained, I would be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had to
I'm
do
sorry.
something else,
You
so
wanted-
I asked a coworker to do it for me."
I'm so sorry that I gave you what you fucking ordered. Cold chocolate is just chocolate milk.
I would just pin it on like a dishwasher. I would just say it was a dishwasher in the back. or
No, because
something.
I love the dishwashers so
No,
much.
but it's not like they're gonna complain to the dishwasher.
No, I know, but, like, we have an open kitchen, so sometimes the dishwashers do, like, walk around the restaurant, and if anyone ever stopped on the dishwashers to yell at them or anything, I would throw hands with the customer. I do not care. Because
People are disgusting.
people are disgusting, and, like, please just take a deep breath. Like, before you call me over and say, like, my coffee is cold, think for a second and say, did I let it sit on the table unattended for 5 minutes? Is that why my coffee's cold? Because if the answer is yes, then just ask me for another cup of coffee. And don't sit here and be like, I don't know why it's so cold. Is your coffee cold? Is the machine off? Did you put the, what are they called? God,
Wands?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Just stop talking to me. If you are a person and you want to come to a restaurant, just don't do it. Save me, save yourself, don't come out.
I always hate when people would put like their napkins in the glass.
I hate that. I mean, I appreciate the attempt, but, like, I need to, like, don't do that. put all of your, like, dirty napkins folded up on a plate. If you want to help out your waitresses, here's what I suggest. Make sure you scrape all the food and napkins and everything onto one plate, and have that be the dirty plate. Then stack all of the empty plates and put the dirty plate on top with silverware on top of the napkins to weigh them down. Then take all your cups, if it's got water, juice, whatever, drink whatever you want, and then when you're full, pour as much of the liquids into one cup as possible, and then stack all the rest of the cups. If they're glass, don't stack glass. But, like, you know, just help out your waitress. Either that or give her a big tip. I am perfectly fine with people coming in and just making the table as messy as possible as long as I get, like, a good tip.
See, what I do is, I leave a good tip, but I always throw all my trash on the floor to make them earn it.
Yeah, see? That'd be fine. I would not be mad about that at all.
I take the strawberry jam and I wipe it on the walls.
Oh, it drives me crazy when people will bring their kids in and then just let their kids just rub their hands on the windows and, like, there was a kid who was full on making out with the frickin' window, and I'm like, your mom's right there, and she just does not love you. She's letting you make out with the window. She doesn't care about you. She doesn't fucking love you.
Well, in the way of the world today, he's not gonna last very long.
He's not gonna last very long. And you know whose fault it is? His mother's. Because she's sitting right next to him, not stopping him. You got peripheral vision. How are you not seeing that your child's making out with a window?
What I should do is I should go in while you're working, and I'll just pretend to be a really rude customer to you.
And then I'll just laugh.
No, okay. So, what we'll do is I'll go in, I'll pretend to be a really, like,
Yeah.
rude, like, Karen, and then we'll have somebody record it.
Oh, okay.
And then we can have somebody else start a GoFundMe for you.
For me! Go
Like
fund
that
me.
guy, like the Starbucks guy that
Yeah.
got $100,000.
That'd be fun. Except you'd get caught, because this is the evidence right here, and you don't know how to edit, so we can't even edit it out.
It's a scam. We gotta pull a scam.
Listen, Ellen, I just want money, so if you're listening to this, please just send a $5 check my way. Literally, that's all I'm asking for, $5.
Oh, you know, actually the Ellen Show sent me a request to do like an ad.
Really?
Yeah, I sent them an email back, so I'm just hearing to wait back and
Well,
get my paycheck.
I can tell you, listen, hey, we'll start the Ellen ad right now, okay? Do you like lesbians?
Do you like Dory from Finding Nemo?
Do you like watching a show and not laughing at all whatsoever? Because if you like lesbians and you like Dory and you like wasting your time, we have a show for you.
It's a lot of awkward dancing as well.
It's a lot of awkward dancing. It's a lot of projecting memes onto, and not even good memes, like the shittiest, most Karen, most Facebook white Caucasian mom memes possible. Ellen does a bit where she projects those on the, speaker or whatever behind her, and then she's like, this is funny. Literally, it's like, I would have no problem with it if she made the memes herself, but she's literally taking other people's artwork and profiting off of it. It's not okay.
Do you want to see a...
I hate Ellen. I love lesbians. I hate Ellen.
So, the Red Letter Media, and the guys on it, Rich Evans, who is, the guy that gets shit on the most, there's an embarrassing picture of him when he was 5 at his birthday party. He's wearing a shirt that says Dick the Birthday Boy. And, it made it onto Ellen.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I cannot take my eyes off Dick the Birthday Boy. Yep. Honestly, who said that's a great idea? Yeah.
You like steal my old family photographs? Is there like an album of mine in your possession? This is creepy.
I cannot take my eyes off Dick the Birthday Boy. Yep.
Why do you have that?
Yeah.
That's just fucked up.
Ellen made fun of this poor man.
This poor man, whose name is Dick, like, his life's not hard enough.
So sad.
And it's, like, not even original or funny at all whatsoever. It's like, yes, we get it, we're laughing because his name is Dick. Like, grow up, Ellen. God, you're a lesbian. You're not even supposed to like those.
Oh, so, you remember the picture of me and the Dick the Birthday Boy sharing
Yes.
Christmas? I'm saving that picture for the Christmas episode.
The Christmas episode! Oh, that's gonna be fun. You really think you're gonna last that long?
I don't know, I have fun doing these.
Okay.
And it's very low effort.
I think it'd be really funny if for, like, not for the Christmas episode, but like just some obscure holiday, like Flag Day or
Do a
something.
Flag Day.
Do like a genuine, like actual, like good like have like an intro song, like have sponsor, like a genuine podcast. Just that flagged. It's a special Flag Day episode, guys. Brought to you by Squarespace. Like legitimately, just like do a real podcast with like guest celebrities and stuff, and then the next episode just be the normal stuff.
I could actually have a guest celebrity.
Who?
I don't know, someone on Cameo. Actually go out of
Oh
my
my
way
god,
to pay someone.
To be like, to fake an interview. That would be
I gotta make a Cameo account. Oh, that would be hilarious. Get fucking Gilbert Godfrey to pretend he's a guest on the Austincast. Oh, it'd probably be like $500 down the toilet, but... Or no, I don't know how much the cameos are, but I could definitely get a celebrity to do the Austincast intro. Yeah, Austin. Imagine Gilbert Godfrey just shrieking the Austincast.
I want you to do like an
and then have him say, go fuck yourself.
highly problematic YouTuber.
Leafy?
I don't know, like do like Trisha Paytas or like
Trisha Paytas?
like just do someone that's like disgusting and that people hate. That would be hilarious. Do Nick Cabo, or whatever his name is. Do you know who that is?
Nick Cabo?
Nick Ocado.
No.
Okay, so Nick Ocado is a mukbang YouTuber who started out his YouTube channel. He's like a professional violin player. He was like his YouTube channel was just violin playing and like whatever, and then he turned into a mukbang YouTuber. Which, if you don't know, that's when you just record yourself eating for like a whole meal and then you put it on YouTube.
Technically, I'm a mukbang YouTuber.
So people go crazy for this stuff. Well, people also go crazy when you eat an insane amount of food. So this man started mukbanging, and within the span of, I think, like 2 years, maybe just 1, he became, like, morbid, like, incredibly obese because he does mukbangs. Like, which, like, you do whatever you want to do. Whatever body you want to have, do it. But, like, it's just, like, it's gotten to the point where, like, he shit himself in the middle of a mukbang and then didn't stop, didn't edit it out of the video, literally stood up and was like, oh my god, I fucking shit myself. Sat back down and kept eating.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of respect that.
I kind of think it's the most disgusting thing in the world. Imagine putting that online and thinking it's like...
I respect him for going through with it, not taking it out and hiding it. I just fucking shit myself. Oh god, I have this video to make though.
Let me fucking find it.
Imagine wiping that gamer gunk out of your bumhole. Imagine if, like, I actually put effort in and got, like, recording equipment and learned how to edit.
Just for Flag Day.
Just for Flag Day. And then every episode after Flag Day will be... this. Well, not this. It'll be the 3 episodes before this. Right? I've done 3 so far, right?
Yeah, this is the 4th one.
4th one.
Nick Avocado pooping himself during mukbang on camera.
A party. The food is just so tasty. It's in my top 5 favorite fast foods, alongside Jollibee, alongside, God, I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Goodbye. Yay! Oh my god, I just pooped. I just pooped. I thought I had a fart and I pushed it. I was like, bye! I was going, and it'll be a funny ending. I just pooped. It's like smashed up against my... I pooped. I pooped. I literally pooped, you guys.
I hate this so
Oh
much!
my god. Oh my god, I feel it coming through my shorts. Oh my god. Ooh, oh, it's running out. Wait a minute. Oh my god. I just pooped. Oh my god, I pooped!
Oh, fuck!
And then he shows the poop!
Oh,
He
fuck.
lifts up the chair to show the poop!
Oh,
What
fuck.
the fuck?
Oh my god.
And yeah, his he's not like the most abused person, not like my 1,000-pound life or whatever, but like before he started mukbang, he was like underweight, and then within the span of a year, he started shitting himself.
Jesus.
Can you believe that? I hate it so much. I hate that he shows the camera. I hate that he talks about it being crammed up his butt cheek and being like running down his shorts. Disgusting. You should get him to do a cameo on your podcast.
Disgusting. Why did he? Oh,
And like
Jesus.
he maintains eye contact with the camera the entire time.
It's
Disgusting. There's no need. Oh my god.
repulsive. Alright, let's see what celebrities are in Cameo.
I hate it. I hate it so much. And everyone's like, dude, what is... It's people also asked, what mental illness does Nikocado Avocado have? Which, I mean, he does have mental illnesses, but like, just the fact that that pops up after you Google Nikocado pooping is funny to me.
Caitlyn Jenner is on Cameo. Lindsay Lohan apparently is on Cameo.
Oh my god, and this man has an OnlyFans. So you can see where that poop came out of if you really want to.
So far, there's only been 2 celebrities I recognize.
Have you heard about people legitimately committing suicide in an attempt to come back in their next life as Nicki Minaj's baby?
What?
So Nicki Minaj is pregnant, and people have legitimately committed suicide in an attempt to be reborn as her child.
Oh my god.
It started off
horrible.
as it was a joke, and then people actually did it. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Who would want to be Nicki Minaj's child?
No. It's disgusting.
If you're, like, I'm so sorry. Suicide is not a joke. Please get help if you need help. We all need help, alright? I would love more than anything to be Nicki Minaj's child. Not really, that's a joke. But, like, don't, like, what is, like, come on. Come on. Come on. We got people pooping themselves on YouTube. I can't. Listen, I don't want to live in this world anymore.
Well, Pentagon's gonna release some information on what they have on UFOs that they've been hiding for a while.
I thought they did that already. Is there more?
There's more, yeah.
Well, I mean, I would assume there's more, but, like, there's more ready to come out recently?
Yeah.
Or soon? Oh my
And
god.
the rumor is from some senators is that it's gonna be. They're gonna say that they have not like vehicles that are not from Earth, like a spaceship. Like they found a fucking spaceship.
You can't see Dobby right now, but her whole body is on the crate, and then her head is literally, like, it looks like she snapped her neck, like it is, like, falling off. So cute. To all our listeners instead of viewers. Because if you search hard enough, you will be able to find recorded footage of this podcast being recorded.
Suppose that's true.
It is true.
It's like that episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah. Anyways, I've thought about starting a YouTube channel.
Oh, cool. It's gonna be.
I don't know. Because I did an Trolls Pop
Oh, yeah.
unboxing,
Remember that,
and I had, like, 3 separate people say, please start a YouTube channel. And
I can do a YouTube channel. I'd watch
I
it.
think I might, just for shits and giggles, just for fun, just for me. I've always wanted to do a podcast, but, like, I don't know if I could do it by myself. I feel like I'd have to be with someone, you know what I mean? But, like, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Maybe I'll start a YouTube channel, Maybe I won't. I have good ideas. It's just like they're only good ideas. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I don't want to be like I don't want to do. What are my ideas? I had ideas. I swear they were up there. But like I don't want to do like a really good idea and then have some popular YouTube channel be like, oh my god, that's a really good idea, and have them get all the clout for it. Because I want clout. I don't know what it is, but I want it.
It's the white stuff in the sky.
Oh. Well, I want it.
You know what happened to me?
Really?
Yeah. You know the whole genre of you're gonna be ashamed, but mukbangs.
Oh my god.
I was the first channel to do that.
You were the first person to shit themselves on YouTube?
Well, no, that was Marky Mark.
And
But
the funky one.
uh,
Oh my god.
Spaghetti O Meme God was the first mukbang
And
ever on YouTube. I got knocked off, ripped off,
Oh, she's awake.
backstabbed.
All the blood rushed to her head and she sprung up. She said, oh my god.
You want to end the podcast for now?
Yeah, I think
It's been over 2
it's
hours.
been over 2 hours, and I feel like everyone stopped listening after 10 minutes.
Oh, it's okay.
If you made it this far, then do me a favor. Comment down below if you would watch my YouTube channel. Comment down below if you want to hear from me again. And comment down below if you would poop your pants on YouTube for clout.
Alright, well, it's been the Austincast with Brooke.
That's me. Go fuck yourself.